When we talk about the arterial supply of the long bone, then the first artery that comes in our mind is our nutrient artery. But believe me, there are other arteries as well. One is our epiphyseal artery, second metaphyseal artery, and third are our periosteal arteries. So let's start discussing our first artery, that is our main artery, nutrient artery. Nutrient artery is also known as diaphyseal artery. Over each long bone receives at least one nutrient artery, and this nutrient artery is derived from the main artery of that particular region. The nutrient artery enters the bone through the nutrient foramen that is usually present in the middle of the shaft of the long bone. After entering through the foramen, the artery runs obliquely through the nutrient canal that is present on the cortex of the long bone. After moving through the cortex in the oblique canal, it enters the central cavity, that is our medullary cavity. After entering the medullary cavity, the nutrient artery divides into branches that are ascending and descending medullary arteries. The medullary arteries, they move towards the ends of the bone where they divide into terminal branches. So now let's review this concept in our diagram. So now take a look into this diagram. First, there is a nutrient artery that is entering through the nutrient foramen. After passing through the nutrient canal, it enters into the medullary cavity where it is divided into ascending and descending medullary arteries. These medullary arteries, they move towards the end where they divide into terminal branches. So now let's start discussing further. The terminal branches, mostly they are end arteries, and that means that they end into venous capillaries, which then further drain into central venous sinus. But some, not all, but some of these arteries, they anastomose. They take part in anastomosis with the branches of the arteries that are epiphyseal arteries and metaphyseal arteries. As the medullary arteries, they move towards the ends, they give branches that are central branches as well as cortical branches. So now let's discuss these branches. First, central branches. As their name indicates, these branches, they deliver blood into the medullary sinusoids which lie in the bone marrow. So blood moves from the central branches in the medullary sinusoids which lie in the bone marrow, and these sinusoids, they drain into central venous sinus. So we have the flow chart like bone marrow, medullary sinusoids, and CVS. But what about the cortical branches? As the name indicates, they are present in the cortex. They supply our cortex. They give rise to the capillaries that pass into the bony cortex, and in the bone cortex they run in the Haversian canals. At the bone surface, these capillaries, they connect with the branches from the periosteal plexus of capillaries, which we will discuss in our coming videos. So that's all about nutrient artery. If you like this video, click on the like button and also subscribe to the channel. We will continue our series of general anatomy in our coming videos, so click on the bell icon to stay tuned. Thank you so much.